Hey guys, and welcome to Exchange Lab Community's YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about how to deal with homesickness on exchange. I remember the winter time was hard because it was in the middle of the year. It was cold, not as much fun things to do, and everything had became a routine, so things weren't as exciting as they were in the beginning anymore. This time might be a trigger to missing how things were and also maybe missing your family and home. So I'm going to talk about how to deal with that. But first I just want to say that homesickness is super normal. You are not alone at all if you're feeling homesick. Probably means that I came from a great place, and I can promise you will appreciate home so much more after feeling homesick. My next Christmas, when I had been homesick the Christmas before, I enjoyed every freaking second of it. And honestly, just so many months after my exchange year, I appreciated everything so much more. My friends, my family, the train, everything. So it feels so hard now, but I promise you are growing so much and you're probably becoming a better person. But I also want to say that not feeling homesick is also as normal. Some people just don't deal with it, and that is totally fine. Go you, but now I'm going to focus on the people who do. So my first advice if you're missing home would be to call home. Now also, homesickness is different for every person. So for me, calling home did not help at all. I just cried every time I was calling with my family, so that definitely didn't help. I could call my friends and that was great, but I personally couldn't talk to my parents without crying before I changed host family, I think. So I definitely didn't do that often, but for some people it does help to feel you're a little bit home by calling home. Another thing you could do is go through pictures from before your exchange. Your friends and family, your cats, whatever, to get that temporary feeling that you're kind of home with them again. But you could also go through pictures from your exchange year where you're doing fun things to remind you why you're there and that you're actually having a great time. So maybe you don't have to be homesick right now because you've done so many fun things and there are fun things coming up. That helped for me, at least. As I said, this period now in the winter is super long. It's not that exciting, but when I realized how many things I've done during my year, I was like, okay, wow, I'm so grateful I'm still here. The next one is kind of general, but just keep yourself busy. Homesickness is like a feeling and thought, so if you're able to think of something else, simply just do things that make you happy. Maybe you have a bucket list of things you want to do. Go get ice cream with your friends or get your nails done with your host mom. Exercise and nature are gold for your mental health, so go for a walk, because when you're busy you won't probably have time or energy to think about that. Another thing you can do is talk to your host family about it, and I know that every host family relationship is different and maybe you don't feel like you can talk to them about it. That's at least how I felt in the beginning, but then I don't remember how it came up, but my host mom just asked the term homesick came up, and I just started bawling my eyes out, and I felt that kind of connected us more. So that was good for me, at least. I didn't tell her all about how I was feeling, but it made me realize, oh, now she knows. So it just lifted a lot of weight off my shoulders. You can also talk to your coordinator about it, but also other exchange students. I can't recommend that enough. They are in your shoes, they know exactly what you're going through, and I found it a lot easier to talk with my friends about it than my host family. But yeah, just talking about it, getting those thoughts out there, making room for new ones. My last one is kind of just to let yourself feel homesick. As I said, it is super normal. It is hard to avoid, but it is just a temporary feeling. It is okay to okay, now homesick, this sucks, I'm sad, I want to go home so bad, or whatever. Just let that kind of sink in. Recognize this is a downside of being an exchange student, but it's okay. I'm gonna let myself feel it, and now I'm taking action. For example, one of the other things I said, to feel better again. So that is the tips I have for dealing with homesickness. Hopefully it helped a little. It is so much easier said than done. I know it sucks, but I'm rooting for you. I hope you're having a great time, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!